We are facing the biggest burnout crisis that we've ever seen. And despite billions that have been invested in trying to solve it, despite all of the health and wellness advice and the apps, we're still no closer to finding real solution. Just last week, I was asked many times, maybe 5 or 6 times, to speak at events on the topic of burnout. And every event organizer acknowledged that the burnout keeps rising in the industry, whether it's tech, whether it's healthcare, HR, or whatever else. And also, what's interesting, most of them say that it keeps returning for many people, that burnout is just not, it's not a one-off event. For more than half of professional, it comes back no matter how much time they take off, how many retreats or health and wellness apps they keep on using. And here's why. Burnout isn't just about your calendar, and it's not a workload or the pressure that you have under. Those things, of course, they're important, but the real driver is what is happening inside of you, inside your mind. It's the constant overthinking that never lets your mind rest. It's this mental rehearsals before conversations even happen, imagining the worst possible outcomes. It's the what if scenarios that your brain keeps running on repeat, worrying about the problems that don't even exist yet. It's replaying this past conversations and moments and analyzing what you could have said or what you could have done differently and feeling that shame or regret or guilt. It's the self doubt that makes you stop from making decisions that deep down you know you need to make. It's the fear of failure, the pressure to prove yourself, to be liked, to be recognized, to be accepted by others. Those are the real drivers of the burnout because your brain is actually designed to handle the workload, to handle the stress. It is designed to deal with pressure, with the deadlines, with the challenges, the uncertainty, unpredictability. What it is not designed for is that non stop mental chatter, that internal noise. Because every time you overanalyze, you second guess, you anticipate the worst case scenario, you replaying the what ifs conversations, your brain triggers a threat response, not a physical threat, but an emotional and psychological one. And what that does, it keeps your nervous system in a constant state of alert. It's constantly tense. It stays ready in that fight or flight, even when there is no immediate danger. So even when your work stops, even when you take time off, when you go for walks, your mind doesn't stop. Even when your body rests, your brain keeps on processing and processing and processing. And without a real recovery, this constant activation, it leads to mental fatigue, emotional overwhelm, and eventually to full blown burnout. And that is why so many people feel exhausted. They feel drained even after sleeping for hours, even after taking time off, going on holiday, going doing that reset, because it's not just a physical issue, it's a mental and it's emotional overload. And this is where a lot of burnout solutions miss the target. They focus on external fixes, more sleep, exercise, fresh air, journaling, mindfulness. And yes, those things are great. They can absolutely support recovery, but they don't address the root cause. Because if your mind is constantly busy thinking about the fear of failure or having this doubt or needing to earn the respect, the recognition to how to prove yourself, how to be liked more, burnout will always return. It consumes a lot of energy. The real solution isn't just external, it's internal. The real solution is learning how to interrupt this overthinking patterns so the mind stops running scenarios that don't even exist. It's about learning how to regulate your emotional states so that fear and doubt and hesitation that don't drain your energy. It's about learning how to recharge your energy on demand, even when external pressure is high. So you don't always rely on that perfect environment to recover. And it's about creating a psychological safety within yourself so your nervous system can finally relax and your mind can reset. When you start focusing on your internal processes, you start giving your brain and your body and your nervous system chance to recover fully. And that's when burnout stops from occurring or from returning. And I know this journey not just by learning about it, but living it, by going through it. Because for years I've struggled with burnout. I tried meditations, retreats, breathwork, shamanic healing, you name it. I've tried everything, but it will come back over and over in some form. And eventually I noticed a pattern. And it wasn't the workload and it wasn't how many hours I worked. It had nothing to do with it. It was the unmanaged emotions, the doubt, the hesitation, the fear of failure, and my constant overthinking. And these mental and emotional loops that drained so much of my energy that at one stage I literally had nothing to give to my family, to my business, to my friendships, to nobody else. It took me a long time to really understand this, but once I did, I could finally start addressing the root cause instead of just managing the symptoms. And that's why I've created a 9-week program, which is designed to help you to shift your thinking and your emotional state so you can stop running those mental loops and transcend the fear and the doubt and hesitation that drain your energy and rebuild yourself from inside out. Because when your foundation is solid, when you're solid in yourself, burnout cannot live there. So if you are feeling mentally and emotionally exhausted in a way that rest hasn't solved it, it might not be the workload or your calendar that needs adjusting. It's a relationship with yourself and with your own mind. So for more information, if you're interested to work with me, you can email me. I'll leave the email below this video or connect with me on LinkedIn, and a link to my LinkedIn profile is underneath this video below. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.